Som. Can you hear me, guys? Som. Can you hear me, guys? I think you can hear me now, right? Sorry about that, it was just a setup. Loud and clear. Is it too loud, Charles? First of all, boa noite, tudo bem? Good evening. Is it too loud or it's okay? Because last live we had on Monday, one of my friends told me later that the sound was exploding. Maybe because the microphone, this is a microphone I have never used. Jonathan has donated to the channel. So I've never used it. And I think I didn't set it up so correctly. Maybe it was just too loud. How is it now? Yeah, I don't know about that because this is a special studio. It has those foams on the wall. But is the sound okay now? Should I speak a little distant from the microphone? How is it? Let me know, please. Yeah, but you guys never told me anything about that. You can tell me, okay? When you see that the sound is distorted, please let me know. I don't want you guys to be tortured for an hour, you know, listening to a very bad sound. So, how is it now, Charles? You good? I hope it is. How you guys doing? Hope everything's okay. I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought of not coming tonight because I'm kinda tired. Really? Even with the foam? Because with the foam, I've heard that it stops that from happening, you know? I have foam in most of the walls except to those, of course. How is the sound now? Is it good? John, how are you, man? You're asking me to recommend websites for short-term stays besides of Airbnb. I think Airbnb is the most common. I don't remember. Don't remember to have heard of any other possibility for you to be in short stays here in Brazil. Normally, it's because people normally in Brazil are not, at least in São Paulo, they are not used to renting for short terms. Normally, it's the 30-month contract. So I think Airbnb should be your choice, you know. Let me see if I can find anything here, John, but I'm not sure they exist. One that people might use is maybe booking.com. You might be able to find some places in there. Booking.com. Check it out. Because we call that casa de temporada. Yeah. Casa de temporada. Yeah, sorry, I said that I didn't know, but booking.com would be an option for you. Booking.com. You're probably gonna find like casa de temporada. That would be something like season houses, if we translate it word by word, you know, which is places for you to go and you stay. You can choose, I'm gonna stay for the weekend, or maybe a week, or 2 weeks, or a month. I think Booking is a good one. Let me see if there are any other that I'm not remembering, I'm not thinking of. Oh, I just found another one. Let me just see where this is. As soon as I know where it is, where this place is, because I don't know if it's even... Ah, Curitiba. Okay. Interesting. There is one here that is only for Curitiba, Paraná. I just found one in São Paulo. Look, spstays.com.br. Aluguel de curta duração em São Paulo. Wow, you just gave me an idea of making a video about this. Thank you very much, John. So I could make a... Wow, I didn't even know about the existence of these websites. So I'm gonna thank you on the video, John. I'm gonna send you the URL of those, okay? This one is specifically for São Paulo. Let me send you. No. spstays.com.br. The other one I told you about was booking.com. Booking.com I think is more nationwide. I think you can choose the state where you want to visit and go from there. Thank you, John. Thank you for asking me for that, because you give me ideas for new content on the channel, and that's what this live stream is all about, you know. The live stream is not only for us to catch up, but for you to suggest content for this channel, because you guys are my clients, you know. So thank you very much. I'm gonna prepare for this week, because it's an easy video. I can show you, can do some research and get to know, because look, I've just discovered spstays.com.br, which sounds, or which looks like a very reliable website. They have like a space for you to list your place for people to go. Oh, very nice, man. It's a short stay. Charge the night, they say, right? In different areas of São Paulo, different levels of apartments, really cool. With amenities. 24-hour gatekeeping. Very interesting. I think it's going to help many other people who might have the same questions as you do. Another one, 360suites.com.br. Aluguel por temporada. When you see this, John, temporada, it means seasonal, right? Because you can choose like a short season or a short time period. I'm gonna send you there. If you want to wait for my video, it's okay, because then I'm gonna go deep into those websites and learn if there are many complaints, because there's a website I normally check to see if people are complaining about things. But if you want to research for yourself, I'm sending you the URL, okay? 360 suites. What else? Oh, interesting. Lar de férias, which is vacation homes, I guess. Or homes on vacation. I think I should translate like this. Aluguel de temporada em São Paulo. Wow, it's just São Paulo. I don't know if it's exactly São Paulo you're looking for, John. Let me know. Wow, it's just São Paulo. I don't know if it's exactly São Paulo you're looking for, John. Let me know. You don't want to be too close to the microphone so the sound doesn't get so distorted. What else? Oh, there is a website called Blue Ground, which is furnished apartments in São Paulo. But this one, wow, Jonathan was looking for one of those. Oh, just furnished apartments. Jonathan's gonna enjoy this information. Neil Sangjin, how are you doing, my brother? This website's the Blue Ground. I just learned it's furnished apartments in São Paulo. The Blue Ground. But I'm gonna go deep into all of those and make a video about that for the channel. This one, of course. You guys might know that I already have 3 others, right? So make sure, guys, you subscribe to the other ones. Even if you don't want to learn the Brazilian Portuguese, subscribe to the Portuguese with Mark Saint. Also, Brazilian Market Investors, please help me with the numbers. And the one about the podcasts. Not many people subscribe to that one. Please help me on this. Brazil Unsubtitled podcast. And let me tell you, I have been able to invite a few Brazilians who speak English, and these people accepted. They took me up on the offer for coming to the channel, Brazil Unsubtitled podcast, and we're going to have a podcast with them. Each and every one of them is a specialist in one specific area that might be interesting for you guys. And they are fluent in English, so we're going to have an amazing conversation. But I need you guys to go there, Brazil Unsubtitled podcast, here on YouTube, and subscribe. Help me with the numbers, because you guys are going to enjoy the content there. The first videos, let me tell you, won't be live, okay? They will be recorded, because I want to test the formats and see what I need to improve. But after a few of them, I promise you guys, it's going to be a live stream so that you can participate, ask me questions and all that stuff. But I need you guys to help me on this, so please subscribe to this channel, Brazil Unsubtitled podcast. And the other one about investment, because I'm just dressed up like this because I came from shooting a video this afternoon with Célio again. So I'm producing a lot of content for this channel as well, Brazilian Market Investors. Yeah. Tudo bem, Marcelão? E você? Everything's okay, my brother. Thank you for being here. Always a pleasure to have your company. Yeah. I have invited a few people. Thank you, John. Thanks for your subscription. Also, if you can subscribe to, if it's not too much to ask, of course, Portuguese with Mark Saint. My dream is to have all these channels working with lots of subscribers, producing content all the time, so you guys can have a lot about Brazil, okay? And the other one about the investors, you're gonna receive a lot of videos very soon. I was the whole afternoon out today. No wonder I have a headache, because I was on Célio's motorcycle. Célio has a motorcycle crossing the whole city and showing you guys how much La Vie has delivered. You know, all the projects that we have announced here, the towers are at full speed being put up. Many of these towers are very advanced on the project, so it's very nice to see the good work that La Vie develops in São Paulo. It's incredible. So this video is gonna come out next week, or as soon as possible. But I believe, let's say Monday. I think Monday I'll be able to post that video as well, right? Okay, what I have here again, they don't sponsor the live stream, but I really love this candy, man. Peanuts. Check that out. If you come to Brazil, you need to try this, and I hope they can sponsor this channel one day. This is the second live stream that I'm having this. I was actually going to places on the motorcycle, you know. Célio has a very nice motorcycle. I don't know the brand, but it's one that is kind of wide. The seat is wide, and he has a compartment on the back to put his things, so I can lean back on. So it's an easy way for us to go to places. Because think, we went from here, Praça da Árvore, with Grand Square, that Ian bought an apartment, and from Grand Square we went to Moema to show Gran Vitrali, another project that we announced on the channel, right? And from Gran Vitrali we showed Saphir, which was that, how much was that? I think $3 million apartments, I think you remember, which is pretty close to Ibirapuera Park. From there we went to one called Galeria, which is in Chácara Clabin. And let me tell you guys, if you are planning to invest in Brazil, or in São Paulo more specifically, Chácara Clabin is a neighborhood you guys should pay attention to, seriously. I have been to, look, I was born in Guarulhos. I have visited São Paulo since I was a little kid. I mean, I visited São Paulo a lot as I was growing up. Now that I live in the city, I have been to many places here, but Chácara Clabin, just passing by. Today I had the opportunity to go into the streets, the neighborhood. Wow, what a beautiful place. What a beautiful place. Now I'm starting to change my mind. I'll stop telling you guys which is my favorite neighborhood, because Charlie, good evening, man. Welcome. Boa noite, bem-vindo. I'm going to stop telling you which one is my favorite, because every time I see a neighborhood that is amazing. Chácara Clabin is a rich area in São Paulo. I think I'll make a video there. Rich area, so we visited two projects there. One called Galeria, which is very good. It's one of the towers that we announced on the channel. And we also visited one called Soleil, which is also a new project. They're gonna start construction very soon. I think in probably 3 weeks they start construction. And then from there, Neo, we went to Vila Prudente, which is the last station of the Green Line, but all by motorcycle. So for us to gravitate from place to place like this in enable time, right? It had to be a motorcycle, man, because the traffic on Fridays is just incredible, complicated in many areas. So for us to go from neighborhood to neighborhood like we did, the motorcycle was the solution. And from there, from Vila Prudente, we went to a new one, which is Vila Zelina, pretty close, that they are announcing very soon. But it's a more, how can I say, a more simple project. I think the square meter is going to be 8,500 reais, which is something like less than $2,000 per square meter. But we're talking about smaller apartments like 32, 46, 42, 27, so cheaper ones, you know. And then we went to Alive, that project that is right in front of the monorail. I think you guys saw those monorails in São Paulo that are very fantastic. So they have already started construction. This is the one, I don't know if you guys recall, but this is the one that has 1,000 square meter water park. And the swimming pool is gigantic with an island inside. There's gonna be an English school for the kids of the Brazilians. Also, 2 small markets inside the complex. It's just amazing. Yes, it is. It is bad. And the thing, Neil, is with the pandemic and with this home office thing, things got better. Because I thought if we didn't have the pandemic, I don't know where we would be today. Because the pandemic changed a lot of things in the city, right? The pandemic suddenly closed offices, forced some people to work from home, and consequently fewer cars were driving on our streets. But I think things are getting back to the normal that it was. Because there are places that we went, man. If we weren't on a motorcycle, we would get stuck, especially Vila Mariana. Vila Mariana is a very nice place, but the traffic there is just insane. And not to mention, São Paulo is a construction site nowadays. I keep telling you this because it's true. So there were avenues that were duplicating, they were renovating, they were perforating, they were braking. So you have fewer lanes for the cars to go by. It's just great to go through, so it's just crazy, you know. Really good. I need to quit this, man. Too much sugar in my life. It's really good. Wow, Bob the Builder, my goodness. It sounds like you have kids, buddy. Manuela used to watch Bob the Builder a lot. My goodness, that's a very nice reference. Yeah, man, and let me tell you guys something new. I just read about before the coming here. I follow a channel that talks about urban transportation, especially trains, things on rails, right? The guy's from Brazil, from São Paulo. And he's a very legit and a reliable source. He's even invited by the government here when there is a release of a new product or maybe a new line is opening for the subway. So he's invited to be there with the press. So he showed today that the VLT is becoming a reality in São Paulo, Neil. If you guys don't know, VLT for us is what you guys call the trams, right? I think it's you guys call trams, which are those. When I went to Vienna, I saw that a lot. You know, I saw many trams, many trains, surface trains, right? Trains of that cut the. I think trams is really the name. They cut the city, right? So the São Paulo one is becoming a reality. And I say the São Paulo one because we already have one in Rio. You guys might know that. If you go to Rio, you know what I'm talking about. So the São Paulo one is becoming a reality because they have already signed the project with the construction, and they're going to start the project as soon as 2026. We thought it would be something for 2027 or later, but no, they're going to start the VLT tram here in São Paulo, Next year, they're going to start the construction, and in 3 years, the vehicle or the transportation will be ready for us to use, cutting the downtown area. So if you are an investor, I know this is not the channel, I should be saying that on the other channel, but if you are an investor, keep an eye on the downtown of São Paulo. Okay? You're hearing this from a friend. Keep an eye on the downtown of São Paulo. There are some things happening, you know, through the night there. And the other morning when you see it's already done. So what am I saying? They are emptying a few buildings, a few old buildings that they might tear down. When I say old, I mean I'm talking about dingy places. I'm not talking about classical. I'm not talking about historical. The idea is to preserve the historical buildings. I'm talking about old in the sense of dingy. So they're going to tear down a few dingy places and construction will start. So they're talking about companies coming. There are a lot of developers that are fighting for a space in the downtown area because a new vehicle is going to come, new transportation, which is going to make the city even more elegant. We're talking about the government palace is going to be transferred back to São Paulo, the downtown area, because nowadays it is in Morumbi, which is an empty, deserted area. It has nothing to do with the palace of a government. So just like in Vienna, which is downtown, it's going to come back to the downtown area. And with this, and they already have approved the design, guys, of this new governmental palace, which, and I saw the architecture, which was very complimented by a lot of specialists on the area. The building will invite the neighborhood to participate in its space. So it's not something that will be isolated. No, you will have some spaces under the building where the population will be able to walk through. So it's going to be a very inviting atmosphere. And with this, the idea is to attract more companies, more investment, more bars. Neil, Jonathan, Ian, Manu, Talia and I went to a bar in the downtown area, which is very elegant. It's been there for more than 60 years. Bar Brahma, you guys remember, right, Neil? And it's the environment there was amazing. Samba, good music, good food. So the idea is São Paulo will multiply this kind of environment in this area. It's already, guys, the safest region of the city. The number of cops is outstanding. Like, I record my videos without any problems. I exhibit my cameras. I walk with the GoPro like this everywhere in the downtown area. I feel very safe. Even areas that are still dingy, like I made another walking vlog, but I haven't been able to post it yet, which was in the Luz region. So I left the Luz station and I walked through the places where Cracolândia used to be, which is an area full of, was an area full of junkies, right? Addicted people. They have disappeared from there. This is also another strange movement that happened in the city. They found a way to I don't know what they did to these people, if they took them away to another place or if they took them to clinics. I don't know what happened, but they're not there anymore. So I walked through those areas with the camera, filming police officers everywhere. So keep an eye on the downtown area, because the transformation for the next 3 to 5 years is going to be gigantic. I want to check the trolleys in Philadelphia. Let's see. Yeah, no, it's more modern, Neil. I'm looking at the trolleys of Philadelphia. You know, I don't know if you know this, because of the Italian descendancy here in São Paulo, Neil. Because of the Italian descendancy, we used to have those streetcars that are similar to the ones you guys have in San Francisco, California, right? And I have even mentioned that to a few people. If I were an authority in the city, if I were the mayor or the governor, I would try to find a way to bring those elegant streetcars of the beginning of the 20th century back to São Paulo, because it would become a postal card. The problem, and this is a criticism I make about my city, they don't think about the tourism. At least they didn't think about the tourism. Nowadays you see everything in English, the signs on the streets, but we need more. In order to attract more tourists, we need more. Security is something that is already happening. And São Paulo, I will say, we still have problems, but we are, if not the safest, one of the safest cities in Brazil, in the whole country. Just look at the numbers. And we need more. We need something that really attracts the curiosity of the tourists all around the world. So my idea was bring back those streetcars, just like you have in San Francisco. It would become part of our heritage, the Italian descendancy, the Portuguese, the Spanish, you know, that constructed the city, the Japanese. So we could really invest on, you know, bringing back the memory of our colonizers, you know, of our immigrants. And this streetcar would be amazing. Okay, they decided to bring the VLT because it's much more modern. It looks like a bullet train, but on a simple way. Very good. I still would advocate for the streetcar, but I really like the idea that they're gonna bring the VLT to operate, to go through the downtown area. It's amazing. Neil saying the environment at Bar Brahma was unbelievable, and it definitely was, you know. And the owner of Bar Brahma, guys, is a guy that never gave up on the downtown area, even when they were suffering with the criminality, lots of homeless people on the streets. He never gave up. He preferred to hire security guards to work at the doors, to leave the downtown area, because the downtown area is very traditional. It's it's like taking a trip down the memory lane for a lot of people. My grandfather, for example, worked in a big department store just across from the municipal theater. My mother has a lot of memories of my grandfather working there, you know, and so did she. She also worked there. He found a way to put her in the company. So it's a trip down the memory lane for a lot of people. Every time I'm walking there, close to Anhangabaú, and I look at that building, I remember my grandfather, who died in 1988, you know. So it's an area that people really like, because it's from a golden era of São Paulo. So I'm so glad that the authorities, the government, the officials are really paying attention to this, trying to revitalize the city. They have already fixed Anhangabaú, the valley. They just need to, you know, put more attractions for the population to enjoy their city there. Exactly. I'm reading the part that you say that the police presence is really assuring. Exactly. Segurança. Yeah, because I take as an example the cities of Europe, you know, because I've never been to the United States. That's why I'm saying that. But for example, you take the cities of Europe, like London, that I had the opportunity to be there, to visit. How the British people keep the heritage. You know, you walk on the streets and those quaint buildings, they are part of the memory of the city. So they have a sign that says, here lived William Shakespeare, for example. Or here we had the actress blah 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 who lived here. Oh, this was part of our history when something happened. Oh, on September, la la la, so our brave soldiers fought the German Nazis on the battle that was known as the Battle of London. So they mix modernity, because look, I'm talking about 2009 when I was there, you know. They mix modernity. Everywhere I looked, there were cranes building something. So they mix modernity with the old, so they don't destroy the old to bring the modern. We need this in Brazil. I think we have a beautiful history as well, with the Portuguese and everything that we have conquered, and the Portuguese traditions, the European transformation of our capitals, with the buildings, with the theaters, you know. I'd like to go to the United States one day. Let's see if I can do that. I'm positive that it's going to be possible one day. And then I want to cross the whole country. I have a lot of friends in the United States, friends I hold very dearly. I'm going to say my best friends nowadays are all Americans. I have very good friends that are Brazilians, but most of my best friends nowadays are from the United States of America. Some of them have even told me, oh man, the day you land in this airport, I'm gonna cry. It's gonna be an amazing day. I won't believe my eyes when I see you here. So wow, for you to hear this from a guy with so much honesty, it really messed with me, you know. So when I go to the United States, I want to go to spend a whole month of vacation, traveling everywhere, visiting my friends in California, visiting my friends in New York, my friends in Florida. I have friends in Tennessee, so a lot of places, you know. Yes, Charlie. I've seen, man. I've seen that, and so I've heard that the United States is going to be a very important part of the World Cup next year. You know, and I remember, Charlie, I was 13 years old when Brazil played in the United States, and he gave us good vibes because we won the World Cup there after 24 years, because the last one had been 1970 with Pelé, and then we stayed until 1994 without a title, without a championship, and we won with Romário, Bebeto. I probably know all the players of that team, Raí, Dunga, you know, Márcio Santos, Viola from Corinthians, Ronaldo, the phenomenon, was a very young boy at the time. And the coach, the manager, was Carlos Alberto Parreira. We won in the United States. I think it was Rose Bowl, the last game. So, yeah, I remember. So the United States gave us some good energy. We could win again. How about that? Imagine next year if we won again. It would be amazing. You know, with this amazing manager that we have nowadays, Ancelotti, or Carlito Ancelotti, everything's possible. And after I have seen the Brazilian players perform really well in this Club World Cup, man, my God. Oh, come on, Charles. Jesus Christ, man. Come Come on, man. You can hold these grudges in your heart, man. Come on. What I remember about that day, man, is when Leonardo from Paris Saint-Germain elbowed an American player. He said, "Oh my God, I didn't do that because I wanted," and he even visited the guy in the hospital. But it was an ugly thing because I think he broke part of the guy's face with an elbow. Remember that? And then he was, of course, sent off. He said, "No, it was just a movement of the body. Unfortunately, I hit him really strongly." But I remember that very well because it was a hard game against the US on 4th of July. I have a friend in Texas. Yes, Charles. I have you and I have Ian as well. Ian lives in Texas, but he has a house in Texas as well. So I got two friends in Texas. I need to make a map and start crossing out the states that I have friends in. Very nice. All your fault, you know that, Charles, right? You guys participate, you're always with me, always supporting. So you guys are amazing. God bless the United States. Yeah, your team was world champion. Who would have guessed, huh? Everybody said that the PSG would be the winner. I'm a celebrity in you. We have a saying here in Brazil, like we say, deixa a celebridade saber disso. Wait until the celebrity knows that. So that's a saying we say. Like when people say, "Oh, you're handsome," deixa o bonito saber disso. Let the handsome know that I am the handsome. So I will tell you this: let the celebrity know that, because who am I, man? Brad Zucker VIP diplomats. That would be cool, huh? The hotels will be expensive in Atlanta. Yeah, I think everywhere. No, Charlie. So it would be cheaper to stay outside the city in places, yep. But this is very interesting, Charlie, because this will also spin the economy in these small towns, right? If the business people are smart, they're gonna try to capitalize on this. You say, okay, probably Atlanta will be expensive. Let's prepare the structure to receive these people who will opt to stay out, of these capitals, of these cities, which will end up, helping everybody. Oh, I didn't even remember the name of the guy, but it was an ugly thing. And then he went there, he apologized, said, "Look, it was just a thing of the game. Sometimes you're just defending the ball." And I believe Leonardo, because I followed his career until that day on the game. And he was a good guy. He was known here in Brazil as the Mr. Nice Guy. He was the first one to break fights inside the field. So I really believe it was an accident what happened that day. The Mark St. Brad Zucker US tour. Wow, guys, I'm flattered. But let's wait for the channel to grow bigger. Imagine if it gets really popular, like 5 million people, 10 million people, and then I go to the US. That would be cool, huh? Yeah, who knows, right? I would like to try the hotels. I like hotels very much. I like the breakfast in the hotels, Charlie. If I were one of these Brazilians going, even with friends, I would say, "Guys, hope you don't mind, but I'm going to stay in a hotel." Because I really like this idea of being in a hotel, that nice shower, the nice beds, nice comforters. Really cool. Lala's head's turned into an idiot. I remember the guy with those red hair, right? Big hair. He looks like that guy from Simpsons, the criminal from Simpsons. I forgot his name. Why did he turn into an idiot, Charles? We have already discussed that some people say that that World Cup in 1994 helped soccer, the man soccer, male soccer, popularize more. Would you say so? Because after 1994, you guys invested more in the league, because the female one has always been strong there, I believe, right? Sideshow Bob, yes, this is the guy. I didn't remember his name. But they say this World Cup will help popularize the soccer among men in the US. But I remember Pelé played in Cosmos in New York, right? After 1970, so. But it never stuck, I think, soccer among the American society. After 1994, it got better. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. It's like running down colleagues of your profession. That sucks. Guys, I'll just keep an eye on the cell phone sometimes, because I will possibly have a class at 8. Okay, I'm not sure. My student is having trouble with the internet, but I have to keep an eye. Do you guys have any question? If you do, I'm here, okay? Ask me anything about Brazil. Interesting. Trump is cleaning up the cities. Just remember, one more thing, guys. Smash the like button, please. Do not leave the live stream without doing this, please. It's very important that you do that. Smash the like button. If any one of you haven't subscribed, please do. It's free of charge to subscribe, also to the other channels as well. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm leaving the other channels. There are 3 others here in the description of the video. Just go there, do that for me. Subscribe to each and every one of them to help me, okay? Soccer has become more popular with Gen versus through, Gen X through Gen Z, okay. Overtake, yeah. But you know, something I really admire about the United States, and I have said this like forever, since I was a kid. You guys have a diversity of sports, which is really cool. For example, you have people enjoying hockey, others will play baseball, others will play basketball, some others will play volleyball. The American team, the volleyball American team, is really good as well. Not as good as the Brazilians, but they are good. There were moments that they were a hard opponent for us, you know. But you guys have this diversity, like you just practice everything, you know. And now you guys are correcting a mistake, which is not having soccer, because the whole world plays soccer. It's by far the most popular sport in the whole world, and you guys are correcting this. So Congratulations. We don't have this very much. I mean, if you come to Brazil, you have soccer, and people are sick about soccer. You know, the male soccer team is the best thing. And then when there's a World Cup, even companies stop their work for the employees to pay attention to the game. And then when the game is over, sometimes they go back or sometimes they go home. So people are just sick for soccer. Basketball, up until some years ago, their league sucked big time. They just sucked big time. They didn't have investment. Thanks to few Brazilian basketball players who have the heart of transformation and they want to contribute, not become part of the problem. They didn't want to be one more nag. They wanted to say, okay, we know the problem. What is the solution? And they got together and created NBB, which is a reference to NBA, but it's called Novo Basquete Brasil. So the new Brazilian basketball. And the league is amazing nowadays. We have a lot of Americans playing Brazil. I don't know if you guys are aware of that. So this is fantastic, but they needed to get together because otherwise things wouldn't go. And the funny thing is, you guys have like Lakers, and then in football you have other names. Here, for them to attract public to the games, the own clubs that are soccer clubs like São Paulo, Flamengo, Corinthians, they created a basketball team. So in soccer we have São Paulo Futebol Clube, which is my team, and then you have a São Paulo basketball team, and then you have a Flamengo basketball team. So it's like it looks like it just works if it has an association with soccer. So much people like soccer. So it pisses me off sometimes. We don't have a baseball team. I mean, we do, and they are basically composed of Japanese descendants from São Paulo. The national team, basically. Because the Japanese love baseball. But we don't have a league that we can really... People don't even know there is a baseball league in Brazil that exists. And if it does, the public is just the family members will go. So that sucks, you know. I think congratulations for the US in that matter, because you guys have a variation of, even Argentina. Argentina has grass hockey. They have more possibilities of sports, you know. Like, I forgot the name. No, not cricket. It's like the American football, but it's in England. What is the name, guys? I forgot. Drew blank. I drew blank. It's the American football, but without gear, security gear. Safety gear, right? Protective gear. Charlie will be in Brazil. Wow, another one of the subscribers that will be in Brazil in September. I'm telling you guys, we need to have a Brazil Unsubtitled first annual meeting in September, because a lot of you guys will be here. Tisha will be here. Charlie said will be here. There is another guy from last time that said will be here. I think it's the Hillbilly. Yeah, the Hillbilly subscriber will be here. There's another guy. Wow, a lot of people in September. We really need to get together. Has the license in Brazil become digital? I know some states in the United States have done it, but overall adoption. Yes, actually all our documents are digital now. You still can have the... you still can have the paper version, but in general we have digital. They give us this possibility through every Brazilian now is part of a website called brazil.gov.br, and this website, all the Brazilians are members of this, and we have all our information. All the documents will be there. Every information about our our health will be there. So everything in one website, and they make it available through an app new to have the driver's license digital. I just walk with the cell phone. If a police officer stops me, I come, open my document, and I show. They go, okay, it's valid. Charles, I'm reading the comment that you said. Only if the Brazilian, the United States national team win the World Cup, and then people will stop. I agree. Consider this just as a niche, you know. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I hope you guys don't take it too serious. Imagine a soccer dream team. It would suck, man. It would suck for the rest of the world. What you said is people really... Yeah, Neymar is very famous there, no? I remember Neymar went to the United States to watch a soccer game. Like, everybody stopped to talk about him. It was incredible. Yeah, Argentina has a national team. Yeah, rugby. Thank you, Charles. Rugby. We have a rugby team, but I don't think it's that good. The only thing I can tell you, this renovation of the basketball, and I'm preparing a video about this, is starting to produce results. I don't know if you guys know this, but the young national team, because I think until the age of 22, something like this, beat you guys beat the Americans in the finals, which was considered impossible, and the Brazilians beat the Americans after losing for 20 points, and there was like more than 2 to 5 minutes the Americans couldn't score. The Brazilians really got to their heads and turned the table and won. So I want to make a video about the basketball and mention this victory. You know, because it was a tremendous of a feat what they did, you know. The NFL opening São Paulo. Yes, Chiefs, and exactly. It's the second year we're having the NFL game in São Paulo. Everybody's talking about this. There's a Colombian girl called Carol G, I guess, that will be performing in the middle of the game. I mean, in the break, right? She's from Colombia. I didn't even know she existed. But I was taking a look at her YouTube channel, 40 million subscribers. So she's going to be performing here. Everything started. Yeah, Neil, but I think we needed to have options. Yeah, it's okay to have soccer and to have this passion, but we could have space for more. I don't know, it gets too monotonous only thinking about football. I think England is like this as well. You know, I think we needed more options, not only football. I like football, okay, I like soccer, but I would like to see other things as well. For example, our volleyball male national team or men's national team is one of the best in the world. It has been like your basketball dream team for more than 15 years. We won we won every title possible over and over again. We beat all the teams back to back. Nobody could beat the Brazilian volleyball team. And then after a while, we started losing again, and now we're getting back. It's a new renovation, a new reformulation of the team with the same manager, Bernardinho, who has won everything. And we got third place in this VNL which is Volley National League of national teams. So we got third place. We lost to Poland, which is the champion today. So look, it's a renovated team, new faces. We got third place. But unfortunately here in Brazil, very few, just a part of the society will really value these athletes, you know. We'll say, oh, this team is amazing. Okay, we have a lot of people who follow, but in general, it can't be compared to football. Do a video on the NFL. Oh, I really would like to do that. It's expensive though, Charles. It's expensive. Last year, I was kind of promised a ticket because I helped a guy come to Brazil. Not come to Brazil. He came to Brazil, but I helped a guy check some properties in the country. And he kind of, okay, I'm going to try to find a way for you to be there. Never happened because the tickets are too expensive. As I told you guys, I just depend on the contribution of the people to make the content work here. I cannot get the money of my classes to invest on the channel all the time because I have other costs. I have to pay my daughter's school, my rent. So what I do is the contributions that I receive, like last Monday, Daniel donated $40 for the channel. It goes for the channel. It goes to an investment to use interest and duplicate the money to be implemented on the channel. If I had the money, I would buy a ticket, I would film from inside. It would be an amazing video, but I can't, you know. And I think it's kind of silly to go outside and make a video from outside. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I could go there, interview foreigners and talk about their experience in Brazil. Let's see. But going inside, unfortunately, I can't. It's expensive. I want a digital license. Neo, naturalize in Brazil, man. Get a visa, permanent visa, and naturalize, you'll have yours, I promise you. Yeah, Neymar is a big thing here, big time here, okay. Pelé, Neymar, Kaká, Ronaldinho are still popular, yes. That's very good to know, guys. I know that Ronaldo, R9, right? Ronaldo Fenômeno, we call. He was there for the Club World Cup, and he was very well treated as always. People stop to take pictures, and they recognize who he is, so fantastic. Upsets do happen, yeah. Yeah, for you guys, beating the Brazilian team is no big deal. For us, beating the American team is a big deal because you guys are the hegemony of the sport. So to have another squad be able to beat, it's really good. It's very much celebrated. The English football's coming home. Give me a break. There's enough days in the year for another sport to capture the mind of Brazil. Yes, exactly, Neil. Because you know we have the state championships, right? And the state championship happened at the beginning of the year, like Campeonato Carioca, Campeonato Paulista. And then the Campeonato Brasileiro starting early April, right? And then go up until November. And then we just stop for Christmas to remember Santa Claus. And then January there's soccer again. Brazilians are insane. Yeah. Pochettino, who is this guy, my friend? Oh, you know more about soccer than me. Thomas, Argentine football manager, but which club is he managing now? Is it the United States? Ah, the United States men's national soccer team. Very nice. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Very nice. Pochettino, Argentinian. Baldini, still going strong. Hi, how are you doing, my friend? Good to see you here tonight. Thanks for your presence. I'm trying to get back to being here as often as I can. Admire your persistence. Why do you say that? Because I'm always trying to make something. So yeah, I'm trying to be here again from regularly Mondays and Fridays. So I hope you guys can participate always. Always a pleasure. I tried posting videos this week, so I hope you have seen this last one with the suggestion of the the two places you can go when you are in São Paulo, Sala São Paulo and Fitó. I hope you guys watched. The numbers are very low still. Really hope it can pick up eventually. But I spent a long time without posting. I'm not saying that the numbers were much better, but I think this is a problem with YouTube. If you spend long periods of time without posting, for you to recover what you had, it's hard. My idea is keeping a frequency with all the channels now. You will naturalize soon, you. I hope so. Your friend is on the way for that, man. He's already beating you in this competition, huh? Yeah. Yeah. 1998, the U.S. beating Brazil was a huge deal. I don't remember that, man. I don't remember this game you're talking about. $6 million a year, wow. Yeah, change him. That's the point, change him. Oh yeah, the one with Jonathan, I'm gonna say I was not very happy with this one because it was not even complete. It was sometimes I plan things and they don't. I think it's normal for everybody, right? They don't come out as you expect. I was with my family. I have a girl. She was tired. She wanted to eat. My wife wanted to eat. I was getting tired as well because it was just too sunny. We didn't have a cloud in the sky. It was a very beautiful day. But I expected to be able to eat there, to feed my family there in that festival I'm talking about. But it sucked. And then we tried to change to Pinheiros, but without a plan. So it was very frustrating. We got really tired. And the video didn't come out as I expected. But I said, okay, I'm not going to waste the footage, so I prefer to post it. But my idea is to produce better and better videos from now on. No, giving up for me is not a choice, Baldini. It's not a choice. Why would I give up? I know I could do better, but I wanna learn. I think everything here is a process of learning. I wanna learn. First of all, even though the channel is small, it has given me the best friends in the world. The best friends in the world. I have made a lot of money with this channel already, and I wasn't even monetized at the time. Business opportunity. So I'll keep pushing, and I love showing Brazil. I love making friends. I love having you guys here talking. Of course, I want it to be bigger. I want it to reach more people, but I think I need to learn the more I learn how to deal with this tool, which is not the only thing I do. If I did this 100% of my day, I would probably be very different, but I do other things as well. I work with my classes. So my secret now, I think, it would be to try to balance. Try to learn more about YouTube, try to learn more about my profession, try to find more students. So I keep fighting, I keep pushing. I want my daughter to be proud of me one day. I want her to look and see, look at what my father has built. He never gave up. And he even found the time to be my father, to be the husband of my mother, to run on the streets at least twice a week, to take care of his health, to take care of my grandfather. I want her to see this. That's what I want her to see. So what I'm leaving here is more than just about me. It's a legacy. That's what I'm trying to leave. We're concerned that this federation will say, yeah, that didn't work, you can hire an American who isn't qualified. Okay. Yeah, but we have so many other good managers in the world, you know, from other countries as well. You guys could hire a Brazilian. Yeah, Charles, what you're saying about the YouTube, you know, yes, you need to make a lot of videos. They have to be constant and they have to be regular. But I have to say another thing. I think creativity will beat quantity as well. Mr. Beast, the biggest YouTuber in the world, says, forget this idea of just quantity. Make videos better and better and better. One video can go viral and then you can break all this 100 thing idea. Because I follow a YouTuber here in Brazil who lives off YouTube. Okay? He has a daughter as well. He has a family. And he lives off YouTube. He posts 3 videos a day. There's nothing different about his channel. He suffers, he struggles to add. He has 405,000 subscribers. But he stayed with 396 for many years. For at least 4 years or something. 396, 397, 98, and then fell to 97. Now 405,000. And he posts 3 videos a day. I understand he does that to keep his family, to sustain his family with the money. But it's not only the quantity, because if you see what he posts a week, 7 days a week, 7 times 3, 21 videos. 21 videos per week. And he's not like others that have way 800,000 subscribers, 1 million subscribers. So I think the secret is, what are you presenting? How are you presenting? What is the quality of your video? The quality of the information? How different? How much do you try to change? Because if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to get the same results, you know? Garvar, how are you? First Brazil can be US and then you can try and beat Norway. Oh, interesting. Mr. Keep It Simple, welcome. I'm a YouTuber looking to buy a property in Brazil. I love your country. Thanks. Do you know I have a channel only for properties? I used to make videos here in this channel. By the way, subscribe to this channel if you haven't, if it's your first time here. And check this one, Brazilian Market Investors. I decided to separate things, to create niches, right? So this channel here, Brazilian Market Investors, is specific for us to talk about properties. I already have, I think, 14 videos there that were from this channel I just transferred, and I am producing things for that channel regularly. Like today I went on the streets to show the evolution, the progress of the properties we have announced on the channel. So keep an eye on that channel if you want to learn about it, more about the property. Send me a direct message on Instagram, which is the same name, Brazilian Market Investors, and we can go from there, okay? If you need my help for this, I can help you. I work with the third best developer in Brazil, mid and high-end apartments. Sometimes they release things that are for the middle class, but normally mid and high-end, so the properties are really good. I'm talking about, for example, $1 million apartment that for you guys is $100 and something thousand. So it's just ridiculously cheap. Sometimes 3 million reais, which for you guys is something like $500,000, you know, almost 600,000, which is very accessible. And it's the apartment, really big, modern, with amenities. So keep an eye. Go take a look. Oh, interesting. Oh, thanks for being a subscriber. But I hope you are subscribing to the new channel as well. Just to help, man, if you could do that for us. I also have one Brazil Unsubtitled podcast that will start producing videos very soon, this one. And we're going to cover everything in this one about podcast. Everything about Brazil. Okay? Brazil isn't cheap, yeah, but if you are from the US or any place with a strong currency, I think it's an advantage to invest here, because you have like 5.8 times the firepower, man. There was a time it was just 2 reais bought $1. Now we need 5.8 reais to buy $1. So you guys have tremendous advantage. If you invest here, you're going to be buying things that are above what you would be able to buy maybe in the US, right? In terms of money and what you get in return. So, but I hope you can make it. I really hope you can make it. And I'm going to check your channel, I promise. Return the favor. I'm subscribing to your channel right now, but with this account that is from my school, but then I will subscribe with the Brazil Unsubtitled, and then I'll take a look at your videos, okay? Thanks for being here. That's a very good question. Does Brazil take a credit? Well, for you to get credit for at least a loan from the Brazilian banks, you need to be a resident. There's no negotiation on this. For you to get a credit from the country, you need to be a resident. If you're not a resident, you cannot. Okay? So there's a solution for that. Like the apartments that I sold for Americans. I remember one guy bought in cash, but it was a studio apartment. Got a big discount because he paid in upfront. But there is this guy that is also my very good friend, one of the persons I hold so dearly. His name is Ian Beans, the one I was talking about from Texas. He's still paying his apartment. He bought with me like 3 years ago. His building will come out in December, or a little bit. Probably is going to be delaying a little bit, maybe January, February, but it's pretty close to this. And I was there today, by the way, to show the evolution of the construction, and this video will come out very soon on the channel. And you know, he bought, my friend, directly with the construction company. So they produce a contract. I was by his side when he signed. He didn't even know me. He knew me from the channel. He got to know me there. At that day, he was with his Brazilian girlfriend. I translated what he needed to be translated from the contract. I showed him everything. He signed, and he paid. He's still paying installments. So he gave 30% divided in 3 payments. So 30% of the property he gave in the first 3 months, divided in 3, right? And then starting by the 4th month, you start paying the installments, because the 30% it's used to pay the people involved, the sales people, like me and my associate Célio. And then from the 4th on, he's paying the construction directly. So it's a negotiation he has with the construction. Every month he transfers from the United States to the Brazilian bank Itaú, and he pays the fees, of course, because there is the fee, and the construction company won't pay this. They want their money just like it's in the contract. So you have to pay to cover for that. So if there is a fee of transferring the money to his account, to their account, you pay. But at least you are paying along the way. So you buy on the plan when the building is not even constructed yet, and then you start paying. And sometimes it takes 4 years. 4 years tops for a tower to be constructed. You have 4 years to pay off. My friend is a nurse in Seattle, Portland, Oregon. He lives in Texas, but he's working in Portland, Oregon. So he's a nurse there. He has time to make his money, to go on plantings and work on the weekends and make more money and pay off his apartment in Brazil. He's very happy. He's very happy. And he's going to have a very nice apartment at the end. This, I promise you, his building will be awesome, you know. Well, thank you very much for the super chat, man. Thanks for the donation. It means the world. Thank you so very much. Brazil has mortgages, yes. We pay for the bank. Mortgages, you pay for the bank, right? Brazilians, for example, I already had my apartment in the past. When I was 29 years old, I bought an apartment, and I lived until 2016 there with Tali and Manu. Manu was born in 2015, but I lived with Tali most of the time there, and I paid mortgages. I paid every month for the bank, you know. Travel Jones, I haven't seen you in a long time. How are you, my friend? Wonderful news. I was able to receive my CPF this week. Woohoo! You have done by email. Amazing, man. Share this information with me because I'm planning to make a new video about CPF. You did everything from your house? You did everything from back in the US? Didn't need to go anywhere? Let me know, please. Yeah, I think so. He might. But he works his rear off as well, okay? It's a guy that sometimes I ride him on the weekend and he's working. So, wow, really? You got everything from... Because, look, as far as I remember, you need to pay a fee at the post office in Brazil. How did you do that from the US, no? How did you do that without... How did you pay the fee? Did you pay the fee on the website? Please walk me through it because I want to make a new video. I want to make an update. Guys, 1 second. My student is sending me a message. But the class is really gonna happen. Is the connection good enough for us to have the class? Let me know, please. Ah, the banking account. Yes, I need to find a new alternative for the other one because people got really frustrated. Just very few people were able to open the banking account. Neil and Jonathan are two of them that were able to do, and some other guys that I don't know that wrote me later. But yes, I need to find a solution for this bank account. And Pix. Yeah, Pix is a tremendous success, you know. Brazilians don't use money anymore. I haven't touched a real bill in a long time. I think the money will disappear in Brazil. Pastel Guaraná in my CPF. More Brazilian than that, impossible, my friend. More Paulista than that, impossible, my friend Charles. Pastel Guaraná and a CPF. Very nice. Charlie Rowe, thank you very much for participating. Hope to see you here every Mondays and Fridays at 6:30. Hope you can make it. Thank you very much, man. Your presence here was very important for us. Thank you. Oh, please do, Travel Jones. I wanna learn about this, and I'll let the subscribers know, because when we were in Brazil and I helped people get CPFs, they had to go through the post office. They needed to pay a fee. It was something like R$7, like $1. But anyways, you needed to pay a fee. Very nice. Where in Brazil will you be here, Charlie? Guys, I'll have to stop because my student is calling me here. He fixed the problems with his internet. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much, each and every one of you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Keep It Simple, for the donation. You guys are amazing. But I have to go and teach. Good evening. I cannot stay, but wanted to say hello. Hi, you too. Tish, I'm leaving already. Guys, I have to teach my student until 10 p.m. I'm a warrior, always working. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure. Bye-bye, guys.